I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to smack it raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXXXT, your Tuesday edition of the Smackin Raw podcast. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-hosts this evening. She is host of the She Leads Showcase, Inside the Mind of, In the Crowd, story time with the current reigning defending trick or trivia champion, Miss Katie Kinsey Bay.
Yeah.
And he is the polyamorous Poppy Stefano. The Sultan Swallow. Daddy Delgado. My friend, Vicente Alejandro Delgado Estrada.
Yo, what's up?
I love seeing you almost every day too, Allison.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone who's joining us live. Yeah, you added it finally. I added it yesterday. I think you tuned in the middle of me doing the announcement. But I added Stefano yesterday in the same spot. If you guys are joining us
on Friday.
Thank you guys if you guys are joining us live, whether you guys are joining us live at twitch.tv/Creation World, if I can, there it is. Where if you have Amazon Prime and you have Prime Gaming, you put those two accounts together in various ways and possibly sexual positions, you will get a free sub. And then you give that free sub to your favorite Twitch streamer. We've discussed all of the places many times where you get Twitch streamers, but your favorite Twitch streamer should be me. If it's not me, maybe, girls who run the world. Go sub to Katie. Katie could use your subs. Or, our friends over at BotchBots and Share Shots, or pretty much any of your favorite Twitch streamers. Just make sure that free sub doesn't go to waste. Put it to good use and show some support for your favorite content creators. And if you're not over on Twitch, but, you like the tubes, the YouTubes, youtube.com/creationworld, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Katie, what does that do?
Boost the algorithm, helps find new listeners.
And why is that important?
Because you're a whore.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. I am a whore for your likes, for your views, for your comments, for your attention. That is why, as Allison said, you get to see me almost every single day, because I crave your attention every single day, every inch of it. So give it to me. And while you're doing that, flick that bean. Hit that notification bell. Get notified every time we go live. By the way, the only way to show me that you're giving me every inch is to like, subscribe, and comment. That's the point of this. But flick that bean. Get notified every time we go live. Whether it's 15 minutes after Monday Night Raw, which roughly seems to be about 9:45, but I still refuse to change it because I think they're going to fuck me. Also, 15 minutes after NXT, like we are tonight at 9:15 p.m. Central, 10:15 p.m. Eastern. 15 minutes after SmackDown, which is currently 10:15 p.m. Central, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, but supposedly after WrestleMania that'll change. So just 15 minutes after the shows. We got the show on Thursdays too, where we talk topics and news and rumors from video games and entertainment. It's called The Creation Conversation. It's me, Travis, and Mara, and you can check that out 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 Eastern every Thursday. And then occasionally, we might drop a Getting Off. We have a panel topic, and it's not what Reek wanted, but that's okay. It's found footage films, so you guys can hear us come talk found footage films with our guests from the Final Girls podcast on Sunday, February 23rd. Thank you, Katie. I was mathing in my head. I appreciate that. So come check us out for that. Also, we will be here. We're, smashing or passing this Saturday, 15 minutes after the pay-per-view ends, Vengeance Day. So, if you didn't get enough loving for Valentine's Day, come join us on Vengeance Day, and I will slap you with my big audio dick right in the face the way you like it.
Can you relax?
If I relax now, we just started the show. It's all downhill from here.
It's a good song.
Katie.
Yeah.
You know what time it is?
I do.
Yeah, you know what time it is? What time is it, Katie?
I don't remember what you put. I don't remember what you put it as. Yeah, that. It's not horror showcase. It's wrestling showcase. This is just going to be a recurring theme. It's either going to be Toni Storm, Harley Cameron, or both. So Harley Cameron now has a match at Grand Slam Australia. She got it against Mercedes Moné. They gave her the match. And I think it's hysterical, specifically because of the puppet. The puppet is the best part. And Harley
I heard that Harley Cameron told Mercedes Moné the most interesting she has ever been is when she had her hand up the Mercedes puppet's ass.
I mean, is she wrong?
I also heard this was a fantastic segment from Miss Harley Cameron, who, again, is a fucking gem. Is fucking awesome.
She's so over. She's a woman of multiple talents.
Do we do the thing that we don't like to do in wrestling in the current modern era and actually capitalize on her being over and take the title off Mercedes and put it on Harley?
They're not going to do that because they hate us. And Mercedes is their moneymaker. I'm sorry, they're
Tony Khan. I know you're not listening because we talked a lot of shit about you and all the coke that you do. But if you happen to hear this, I will make you a deal. All right? I will find a way to incorporate talking about and covering more AEW throughout our shows every week if you put that belt on Harley Cameron. So fucking do it.
Sounds like a good deal to me, folks.
I'm not giving it its own show unless, you do more than that. I'm going to need more than just that, but this is a good start,
I mean, I'm not opposed. But yeah, Harley Cameron finally got her match. And then in the other storyline, because, they only get like 2 women's storylines over there, the shoe is back. The shoe.
Watch out for it.
Yeah, you guys know. Chin up, tits out, watch for the shoe. The shoe is back. Luther brought it out. It was a whole thing. It was very entertaining. It's just good shit. I love what they're doing.
Yeah, Luther showed up.
Storylines. Luther showed up. Yeah. Go Luther.
Are you okay, Vince? You're awfully quiet down there.
I just got nothing to add, so I'm just like waiting my turn.
Okay.
I didn't watch any of this.
You don't like Luther's shoes or Harley Cameron?
Not Luther's shoes.
Luther.
I don't care for Luther. I don't care for Luther. His shoes.
Harley Cameron.
No,
not his shoes.
I don't really care about Harley Cameron, and that's why I was trying to avoid saying that so you guys wouldn't just come at me.
Have you seen the stuff she's done with the Mercedes puppet?
Yeah, I just don't care.
Wow.
He hates puppets.
Every party has a pooper.
This is why I was quiet.
He just hates puppets. I don't understand. Puppets are entertaining.
Listen, blame Goosebumps for that.
Okay.
What if I stick my hand up? Never mind. Anyway.
Wow. You need to relax.
I have a puppet upstairs. Remember? We did a thing. It's the COVID virus.
Oh my God. Jesus. Yeah, I remember that. That's a throwback. Wow. Yeah. But that was it. That's all.
That's it. All right. Let's get into what happened tonight then, ladies and gentlemen. It is NXT, or as we call it, NXXXT. Fucking whore. Sorry, we're not there yet. We'll get there. You know who I'm talking about. I've been telling you guys we can't trust her. Don't 303 tried to tell us. 303 tried to tell us. Don't trust the hoe. But
because that hoe won't trust me. I understand.
We're not there yet. Zoe informed me that she wants to call Bayley Bay. So Bay versus Cora Jade.
Okay.
I love her.
Right? Like she goes, she said something. I'm like, that's Bayley. And she goes, I want to just call her Bay. And I said, okay, you can call her Bay.
Bay and Salami Jordan. Like, kids killing it with the nicknames.
Mm-hmm. I guess.
During the match, Hugger Roxy comes out cosplaying as Bayley. And for some reason, because from what I have been told, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So I don't know why Bayley got all upsetty spaghetti about this shit, but like she jumped out of the ring, she started attacking Roxanne. She lost the match to Cora. Now Cora's in, and it's a fatal four-way, which was not the fatal four-way you thought it was going to be, but it's the one that we got because Trick has other problems to deal with. Also, it was kind of weird because Ava walked into a room with Julia where they were the only two people, and instead of just like asking her a question, whispered sweet nothings into her ear. And then they eye fucked for a second, and Julia gave her the nod, and then she came out and said, "Hey, fatal four-way." But like, why are you whispering in her ear?
I think it was just her.
I missed all of that. I missed that.
I think it was just Ava telling her, like, "Hey, it was about to be a fatal four-way. I just wanted to let you know first."
I understand that,
but they're the only
two women in the room. Why are you whispering in her ear? Like,
because that's where Julia was.
In her what?
I know. They were the only two people in the room. There was no reason to whisper in her ear if they're the only two people. Just talk to her. Like, how weird would it be if you and I met up at a place and we were like standing in the kitchen and we could just have a normal conversation, but instead I came up and just whispered in your ear what I wanted to tell you. Like, would that not be awkward and make you uncomfortable?
Because sometimes NXT, if they're showing people watching, sometimes it has sound, and if they were going to wait until Ava got there out to the ring to say it was a fatal four-way, we didn't want to like preemptively hear it while they were all bickering in the ring.
Well, they weren't all bickering in the ring because Cora was so happy, and much like her orgasms, Roxy was faking being happy too.
Wow.
She was.
Whoa.
She was. What? She was faking it. Wow. Bayley, still upsetty spaghetti over, the whole cosplay thing, shoves Roxy into Cora, and then Bayley to bellies, hugger Roxy. It's a thing. Opening segment, women's match, turning it into a fatal four-way. Spit or swallow?
Swallow. Like, we knew one, if not both, of the title matches were going to be fatal four-ways. Because there are too many players involved. The women's one makes sense. Roxanne's moving up to Raw. Bayley is Bayley, doing Bayley things, traveling the world, doing everything. And then you still have Julia and Cora Jade down there. So, like, it's a good way to, like, segue some people out. Maybe put a shine on Cora Jade that she hasn't had because she keeps hurting herself. But it's a swallow. I like it.
Yeah, I'm with Katie. I'm a swallowed as well. The match was fantastic. Cora looked fantastic. Jesus. She looked like she was kind of cosplaying Paige. And then, like, Roxy comes out cosplaying Bayley. So I thought it was funny because, like, if you squint your eyes, it kind of looks like Paige and Bayley from, like, NXT way back when. So I thought that was funny. Them turning it into a fatal four-way match. Kudos. Roxanne wasn't happy as well, but I was. Cora Jade, Chicago's own. Cora Jade deserves to be in that match. She's been killing it lately. And no lie, I kind of hope she walks away with that championship. I think it'd be cool to see. Like, yes, I know Julia just got the title, but it's like she can get it back. Like, let Cora get just like a week reign. If Rey Mysterio can hold the WWE Championship for an hour, Cora Jade can hold the NXT Women's Championship for a week.
Those are two very different categories.
Hey, I just want something. Yeah, it's a swallow.
So she's also got some shit going on in TNA. Like, she showed up, she's interrupting women's knockouts battle royals. And
with Masha.
Challenging Masha for titles over there. And there's Cora's just traveling the world. Chicago, representing Chicago's own, all over TNA, NXT, doing her thing.
Just those two places.
Traveling
the world. Two places.
She's going to be on WWE Let's Fucking Go and WWE Evolve and NXT Level Up. She's going to be everywhere.
You don't know that.
They can speculate.
All right. Am I crazy?
Yes.
Or does listening to Nikita Lyons speak make her like way less attractive?
It always has. Every single time she speaks, I'm just like, see, you're one of the ones who just shouldn't talk.
Yeah, because it feels very forced and faked and not like how I think she actually talks. And I hate it. But that's neither here nor there.
She talks like that.
I really don't.
I think she does.
I mean, I'm sure she does, but I feel like it's her doing an accent. Like it's a force. I've drank with a lot of girls who are very much the same way, and I know for a fact, growing up around them, that wasn't how they talked, and one day that's how they started talking. It was something. It's a facade put on. It's not who they really are. That's what I'm getting at. Zarya and Sol Ruka are just like hanging out, planning like beach days together. They're gonna hang out. Zarya's like, I'm gonna do the training, but we'll do it in, you know, where you want to do it on the beach. And then Nikita, for whatever reason, is just like talking shit and telling Zarya that Sol's holding her back and blah blah blah. And then I don't even remember what the fuck she said. It was a bunch of dumb shit. But we got Nikita versus Zarya. Zarya wins the match. I will give Nikita, because again, like, she's a very attractive girl, and she does entertain me in the ring with a lot of what she does, including what I am calling the camel toe clutch, which is a camel clutch with a split, which was fucking awesome. Because all that ass, all that cake on your back, and then going into a split, like, that's a submission.
That's a submission.
That's for real.
I mean, it is impressive, like, to see that, because, like, there's a lot of women's wrestlers who probably can't do that. So,
I saw the look. Thank you, Katie. I saw the look on your face, Vince. I'm not saying she's a fucking Stephanie Vakir or a Julia. I'm just saying she's entertaining between the ropes. She does some cool shit. Not that she is one of the greatest women's wrestlers out there, or that she's putting on banger after banger after banger. I know you didn't say that. I'm telling you, I didn't say that. But I saw when I said she does cool shit, you made this weird little fucking face and rolled your eyes and like smirked.
Do any cool shit. I'm glad the rose color.
Talked about a cool thing. Literally just talked about a cool thing.
That was not cool. I just kind of looked at it.
We talked about her split or her pin. That's the split pin.
All right. Cool.
Also,
there's a lot of wrestlers that can do
cool shit she does. Not like that.
I'm unimpressed. For the longest time, me and Powerbomb Jusu have referred to her as unseasoned chicken. I'm glad you guys are having your rose-colored glasses a little less rosy colored lately with her, because like what you guys have been talking about her opening her mouth and yada yada, I've been seeing that. Like in ring wise, she doesn't really do anything. Her entrance doesn't do anything for me. Like she could like disappear tomorrow, and I don't think anybody will remember her in like a year or two.
Well, that's because you like your white women like you like, I mean, Riley Reid. And that's a very different opposite spectrum. I get that. She's not for you. Doesn't mean she's not entertaining until she opens her mouth, which is sad.
No, there's Rhea, there's Liv, there's Alexa. There's like a list of like women, but I don't know. Again, I don't. So what?
You said Alexa, which again, Alexa and Liv.
I said Electra.
I mean, like Nia. Nia's closer to Nikita than any of the women you mentioned.
No, you mentioned white women, and I'm like, oh, those are all white women, but they're more seasoned than.
I said you like your white women like Riley Reid, which again, Liv Morgan and Alexa, tiny little white women.
No, not necessarily.
To my point.
I think I like almost every single white woman on the roster that is Natalya or Nikita Lyons.
I don't know about that.
We'll make a list. We'll go one by one, but not right now. We don't got time for that.
I was really about to hit the bell on both of you. Like, you want to keep this under 40 minutes, and you guys keep arguing about white women. Can we move on?
I just don't like Vince. Like, I just don't like that. He seems very negative today about everything so far.
No, I was positive about the girlies that started it off.
There was no enthusiasm. That's neither here nor there. Oba tries to drive a wedge between Waller and Theory. Theory then comes out and he's like, well, you know, Grayson Waller's so great and he does all of this stuff.
If the split is special to him, let him have it. We all like different splits. I like Red Velvet and her split. I also like Red Velvet and her split.
He can like the split. I'm just saying.
Theory sucks off Waller before saying that Waller would help him win, and then Waller was like, "No, Theory's been riding shotgun his whole career, and he's going to ride shotgun one more time as I get the title." And then they turn on each other, but bring it back around to Obafemi, and then they DP the ruler, and like there was tension, but then it was fake tension. Dude, I don't know what the fuck was going on in that segment. If they were really mad at each other, if they were just pretending so that they could DP Obafemi, like I was more confused than ever.
Yeah, I got a little confused right there because you said they were DPing the ruler, and I pictured an actual like foot ruler that they were trying to DP, and that for whatever was a visual in my head while you described it. I didn't picture Obafemi.
I have more questions for you, but they'll have to be for after the show. Okay. Obafemi getting jumped by Waller and Theory. Spit or swallow?
It's a spit. I don't want to say spit because you're saying I've been negative this whole show, but honestly, like I don't really care about him going up against A-Town Down Under. Like the only match I really want to see is him versus Trick, or I don't know, like book him against the Don. Give that round 2, but for the NXT title, I don't know. They need to do something, but that match ain't it. It's the match I'm looking forward to the least. Well, actually, no, second to the least, because we'll talk about another match that got announced today that I don't really care for either. But yeah,
I mean,
that's a spit.
I'm gargling it because I still think that we're getting the DX Cena triple threat angle. Public Enemies actually tweeted it and said that it would be Grayson Waller doing it, not Theory, and I still think it's going to be Theory turning on Waller because out of the two, I like Austin Theory more. Because he's as I say, out of the two, but like Austin Theory has proven in the past that he can be entertaining, like when he was with The Way, and like he can be entertaining, and Grayson Waller's just an asshole.
Yeah,
I don't know, it gives me Logan Paul energy, and we don't fuck with Logan Paul.
Australian Logan Paul.
Australian
Logan Paul, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're not going to make it a fatal 4-way, this was the best way to do it, to show that there's we're actually like homies, but there is tension there because all triple threats lead to friendships and teams breaking up. That's usually how that works.
That's gonna happen in the women's fatal 4-way for sure.
Well, they're already not really friends.
Yeah, no, they've been on and off for a while there. But no, I agree with Katie. Like Austin Theory is the most entertaining one out of the two, especially when he played like the Duds and in The Way, and like the one scene with Scarlett where it's like, wow, those are huge. Can I touch them? And he goes and touches her nails because her nails are huge.
Exactly.
Yes, he did, JJ. We're almost there. But before we get there, Javon Evans needs a lawyer because you don't just sign paperwork that people give you. For all you know, you just signed on to be part of Human Centipede. Like you didn't read that contract at all.
No.
He never watched that episode of South Park, huh?
He clearly never watched the Centipede episode. So who knows? Javon Evans may have signed away, the liability from NXT in case he gets hurt as he fights through the wire, or he may be the middle of a Human Centipede. We don't know, but we'll find out Saturday.
Probably the first one, but okay.
You should have called Saul.
Maybe the second.
That's what you should have done.
Should have called Saul. Also, Briggs and Friend had their match against Hank and Tank and No Quarter Catch Crew. I'm not going to lie to you. I was on my phone the entire time. I gave zero fucks about this match, and I don't know who won.
It was Briggs. It was Briggs and
No Quarter Catch Crew.
No, it was Briggs and Friend. They're the ones who set this match up. That's exactly how Fraxium does it too.
Yeah. They won. Apparently, according to Justin and Bakley, it was a really good match. I tuned into their live thing just to wish Justin a happy birthday. Justin, happy birthday. But apparently to them it was a good match. I wasn't really paying attention either. I just had it playing in the background as background noise.
Yeah, I mean, no fucks about this.
Josh Briggs is actually a really good wrestler when he gets to showcase that. But like putting him in a tag team isn't doing it for me because we already saw that with Jensen. But like if you just let Briggs be Briggs and like a big guy, just a tall guy who's really strong, like it works. Like just let them do that.
Yeah, he
Please.
gave me like redneck Kevin Nash vibes with the gear he had on today. Like what towards the end, because he had like the straps down or whatever. It looked like he had straps down and just like leather pants. He just kind of gave me like redneck Kevin Nash vibes if he got a hair like a buzz cut or something.
We are really giving this tag team match way too much time. It means absolutely nothing because
I was just talking
even the
Move it
tag team
along, then.
champions suck, and now their challengers suck too. JDC, speaking of things that suck, loses the Heritage Cup match to Lexis King. Like, hey, Sean, Ava, Triple H, Lee Fitting, whoever's anyone, can we please put an NXT title on a TNA superstar just to be better than AEW? Can we please do that?
Yeah, they should for sure.
Just one. And like the Heritage Cup, like would it hurt anything to let JDC hold the Heritage Cup for, I don't know, a month to the pay-per-view? Anything.
for a few days.
Hey, Vince was trying to give fucking Cora
Hey!
Jade a week-long reign. Why not JDC?
It wouldn't even technically be a week. That would only be like
JDC, no, I don't know. Like I couldn't get behind JDC. Maybe it's because I don't watch TNA and I don't watch the whatever they're called.
the system.
The
Oh,
system.
that sucks.
Yeah.
The system doesn't work and it sucks.
Well, the system's broken, and so is JDC. Because he looked like he messed up his tailbone with that leg drop. If he came out as Fandango, I would have been all for it. But he decided, oh, I'm JDC, and I'm like, okay, well, fuck you too then. I want Fandango.
Well, yeah, he's not Dango anymore.
Well, when he walks through the polyamorous portal, I want him to be Fandango and Fandangoing. And if he's not doing
he
that,
came
I don't
out
want him.
the first time with the Fandango music.
Exactly.
I think
That's
was
what I
just like
want.
a treat to the people.
Okay, well, then keep feeding me that. Don't switch up the recipe.
Well,
That's what I
it's
want.
okay. There are plenty of people in TNA that could take the Heritage Cup title off of Lexis King. They might show up. Who knows?
Yeah, let's do it, please.
Yeah, give it a Mustafa Ali or something if he's not in the
Also,
world picture.
Mustafa Ali wants nothing to do with working with WWE ever again. But like,
Probably
also,
not.
fuck Lexis King and his new like Heritage Cup rules, which just makes it a regular match for the cup.
Yeah, it's not fun anymore.
I mean,
It was never fun. I didn't like the rules.
Whatever.
That's stupid.
Hey, Katie,
He meant
we saw Fatal Attraction backstage talking shit. You know
Fatal
why they were talking
Influence.
shit? You know why they were
Why?
talking shit?
why?
Because Fatal Attraction.
Because JC Jane is a fake ass bitch.
Fatal Influence.
Fatal Attraction. Salami showed up. I want my match, and they're like, "You already had your match." She goes, "Yeah, but not the new Salami. The old Salami had her title shot. The new Salami needs one." And they're like, "Don't you have a problem with Jada Parker?" And then Jada Parker comes in. She's like, "You're goddamn right. She's got a problem with me. She can't keep me out of her mind." But while we're talking about it, I want a match for that North American title. And then for whatever reason, Ashanti the Adonis decides that he's going to show up and be like, well, Carmen beat you and Carmen beat you. So Carmen, like, shut the fuck up. Carmen wasn't even there. If she can't ask for a title shot herself, then she doesn't get shit. You and
was
Carmen
trying
just
to
go
advocate.
somewhere else.
He was trying to advocate for Carmen.
I thought he was about to start flirting with Jada, and I was about to be like, wow.
I thought so too,
Men
right?
ain't
I
shit.
thought that's where they were going with it.
I mean, men ain't shit to begin with, but like, if you would have done that, men really ain't shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Based off of Kalani Jordan's logic, technically JDC can come back next week as Fandango and be like, Fandango wants a shot at the Heritage Cup, Lexis King, because you didn't face this Fandango, you faced JDC. By that logic.
Not true.
I hope you feel better, JJ. When I had norovirus, it fucking sucked.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, you know, Vince will get what he wants. He'll get JDC losing and Fandango winning.
Yeah, I just want a Fandango on someone.
Okay.
But yeah.
Trick Williams accepted the strap match with Eddie Thorpe at Vengeance Day, which crushed Katie's hopes of a men's fatal four-way. And instead, Trick Williams is fighting Eddie Thorpe because they can't.
Because they
Stop trying to make
hate us.
fetch happen.
I don't understand. Why are we giving Eddie Thorpe TV time, guys? I don't know.
Getting vignettes and everything in front of the fire and what have you.
Like, it's a big no for me, dog. Big no. Also, a strap match?
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
I said that last week.
February.
In February, literally the first NXT show of Black History Month, you whip Trick Williams. Now you're gonna put him in a strap match where he's gonna get whipped. Like, I'm all for Trick Williams switching it up instead of whip that trick. But like, come on, like, I don't know, like, I want him in the fatal 4-way. I don't want him in the strap match.
Another person of color, not just some white dude whipping him. You know.
Yeah. I mean, if there's a silver lining, yes, it's not a white guy whipping him, and it's a Native American, indigenous person.
A
But
white
still-
man? No.
But still, whipping on another man shouldn't be allowed on Black History Month.
No, this is dumb as fuck.
Yeah, no, there's no purpose. What good is it gonna do? We just want Trick in the match. Yeah.
Eddie Thorpe is fetch. Stop trying to make it happen.
Stop trying to make Thorpe happen.
But we went from the low light of what Trick will be doing at Vengeance Day to the highlight of the debuting from the crowd out of nowhere. Nuts were busted. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Starks. Revolution is on TV again. And he is here.
I hit it first, but yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't like fully paying attention because I was like, oh, they're just running down the card, whatever. They're putting the cage together, killing time. And then I like kind of heard someone talk, but like it was still like I think Corey Graves was also talking, so I was very confused. And I was like, I squealed, I screamed, I gasped. I was like, ah, Ricky! I screamed at the top of my lungs. Yesterday we just talked about Ricky being gone from AEW.
Literally yesterday
Literally yesterday we talked about it. I didn't even get to talk about it on Sheet Lead yet. Like, that's how recent this shit is. And he said, surprise, motherfucker. And I'm here.
I'm just annoyed with all of the online discourse. Whenever stuff, so like,
Why?
if a wrestler leaves WWE and they go to AEW, you have all the WWE fans acting like, you know, the wrestler was never that good, and the AEW fans praising the wrestler for breaking the chains of WWE and coming over where they can actually wrestle and be creative and blah, 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 right? That nonsense. This happens, and all of the AEW fans are like, Malachi Black refused to put people over. Miro refused to put people over. Ricky Stark was given creative, and he refused to do it, which is why he wouldn't get booked. These are bad people, blah, blah, blah. Like, why can't we just be happy for people?
They said the same thing about Jade. They said the same thing about Punk. They said the same thing about Cody.
I know, but it happens both ways, and I'm so sick of you guys on the fucking internet with your stupid fucking mouths, running them all the goddamn time, and still learning to just be happy about wrestling. Just fucking be happy. They got out of their contracts, they're going somewhere else. If you like them, then you follow the wrestlers, not the fucking companies.
100%. Like, it's just weird. It's like cult energy, like cultists. Like, y'all need to like get the fuck out and touch some grass. Like, it's not that fucking deep. It's just pro wrestling. It's just a television show at the end of the day.
Do you know why it makes me so mad?
Why? Because
they're simping for billionaires. And if you guys haven't caught on now, the reason we are in the situation we are currently in 2025 is because you stupid motherfuckers simp for billionaires. Stop it. Fucking stop it. Please, God, stop it. Anyway. Huh?
I was going to play this.
Go touch grass.
Stop simping for billionaires. Follow the wrestlers. Support them. Be happy for them wherever they end up and where they get to wrestle. Like Ricky Starks, because now Cody's clique is together, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that the last piece of the puzzle?
Ricky Starks, Cody Rhodes, even Sean fucking Spears. Like, no, QT Marshall would technically be the last piece of the puzzle. But
what about Dustin?
Probably won't see. No.
Dustin.
Goldust? No. I want to see Goldust.
He's not, but he's not part of Cody's clique. These were Cody's boys. These were the boys that Cody was mentoring in AEW. He was not mentoring his brother. His brother did his own thing. So,
yeah, I think QT would Well, I mean, would you count MJF in that conversation or no?
Yes, I would count MJF in that convo.
Then
He
we're
was
never going
probably
to
he was
click
a
together.
head clicker. He was head clicker for sure.
Never say never. But yeah, no, Cody's Click gets one more member. Last but not least, because we're running short on time here, and unfortunately, it's the thing I want to talk about the most. So the Don retains his North American title in a cage match against Ridge Holland because he's the fucking Don. And even beforehand, we had him and Stax backstage, and you know what they did? Forget about it. They forgot about the beef. Like, they're back on the same page. They're good. And that fucking Jezebel. I wrote it in my notes as I'm like, she's still fucking sus. She's still sus as fuck. Do not trust her. And I was right, because after the match, Tony's down. Here comes Spears and those other two people that hang out with him that nobody really cares. Jensen and the other one that nobody gives a fuck about.
I don't know the other one.
Exactly my point. Nobody knows his name. So anyway, here they come. Rizzo's trying to hold the cage door closed, but like she can't lock it. And there's Izzy, and I saw her do it. She picked up the crowbar, she picked up Tony, and then she slipped out from behind him. And I'm like, this fucking bitch hit the Don in the knee with his own crowbar. I absolutely can. I can't call you that. I can't call Kate that, but I can call a woman I do not know on the TV that. No problem.
Fair point. There's no flaws in his logic.
I said the same thing about Cersei, and it wasn't an issue. We're talking about the character, not the person.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
To be clear, everything we say is about the character unless it's about Matt Riddle, because fuck that guy in real life. Anyway, hits Tony in the knee with the fucking crowbar, then in comes Spears and the other two, and then they're stomping. He's getting TP'd, triple penetrated, not DP'd, TP'd, with chairs and shit. Lucas and Stax are trying to get in. They're getting their fingers all crushed by chairs as they're climbing the cage. They can't get in to save the Don. Fuck you, Sean Spears. Spit.
I'll swallow the Don.
Go ahead, Katie.
The cage match.
Look him in the eye as you say it.
He's talking. Let him talk. Put him down for a second.
I'll swallow the Don winning his match, but I'm going to spit the disrespect and betrayal at the end of the match. I swallow Mateos as well.
I'm always going to swallow Tony D'Angelo. Forget about it.
Forget about it. He's doing the thing too.
He is. I know. I said it.
Forget about it. Matt, we're pressed on time. Come on.
You needed another challenger. Why not make it Sean Spears, who's been low-key stalking Tony for months, or a month at least? Like, it makes sense. We knew Izzy Dame wasn't to be trusted. Don't trust tall blonde women.
Don't trust a hoe. Anyway.
Yeah.
NXT spit or swallow.
I'll spit it on principle.
Well, I'm gargling it because Bayley and
yeah,
women.
I know. That's the only reason why I would gargle it. Or
That's why I'm gargling it, because the women.
But I'm going to stand on principle, so I'm going to spit.
I'm also staying on principle. Women. Gargle.
Tony Stark showed up and Tony D'Angelo won his match. It was the night of the Tonys. I'm swallowing.
Did you say Tony Starks?
Yeah, Tony Stark showed up.
Tony Stark.
I don't think that's the correct show. I don't even watch that show.
Oh my god. Fine, I'll gargle it too then.
No, yeah. Spit.
Cool.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I spit again.
Oh my god.
If Matt spits, I spit. If he doesn't spit, I won't.
Oh, that's cute. Katie, where can they find you on the internet?
You can follow me on Twitter, KatieWrestling13, the link to I'm about to take everything She Elite Showcase, twitch.tv/She Elite Showcase, youtube.com/She Elite Showcase, and stay tuned on the YouTubes because I have something coming tomorrow.
Vicente?
Go check out the Get Your Podcast live tomorrow around 10 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Circle of Debate YouTube channel. And stay tuned for Friday on Wallet Media Friday Night Lights. We're talking sports over there with Rylan and Kyle.
And you guys can follow me at Matt Ridders at MATTRDDER for your wrestling content on Twitter and at Getting Off again for your horror content at Smackin' Raw, Blue Sky, TikTok, Threads, Instagram. Yeah, those places. For Katie, Kinsey, and Vicente, I am the patron saint of podcasting. This has been NXT, Triple NXT.